particular moment. She didn't really have this mindset that, oh, it's high sexual odd or something. She just needed somebody to like, somebody to stay close to, somebody to like, she just wanted something. Doing something for the first time, for the very, very first time, and you end up in trouble. This is the first time you're trying it. This is the first time you had, like, you've had it, and you end up in trouble. Might be very, very disappointing. At this particular moment, a lot of people out there will not believe this is your first time. A lot of people out there will feel you are promiscuous. A lot of people out there will feel that you have been doing it before, and this pregnancy just confirmed it. A lot of people out there will see you as a pretender. A lot of people out there will see you, oh, so you are this point. So there are a lot of misconceptions, especially in Africa, where you are expected not to get pregnant before marriage. And also in my culture and religion, it is not advisable to even involved in premarital sex before marriage. So good day everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Mary, popularly known as a nurse with a difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today I'm going to be giving a general advice because of one of my clients, or one of my subscriber that messaged me, and she was pained about what the society thinks about her at this particular moment, despite the fact that this was her first time. So I'm going to be explaining what happens to her, and also how you, as a virgin or as a girl that has not had sex, can prevent it. I'm going to be explaining it. So this particular girl, let's say, okay, I'll call the girl my name. Let me use my name so that I don't implicate anybody. So for example, Mercy is a young girl, is a very vibrant girl. She was going about her own activity, and she had a crush. She went to visit this crush of hers, and when she went to visit this crush on her, she was on her ovulation period. She has never had sex before. She was on her ovulation period. She was ovulating. She didn't know what her ovulation cycle was. She just knew that she sees her menses every month. You get? She's not aware of ovulation. She's not aware of pregnancy. She was having the mindset that when you have several sexual intercourse, that is what results in pregnancy and not just one encounter. I believe that was what she was having in her memory or in her mindset. So she went to visit this crush, this guy, this handsome dude that she has been crushing on. This guy is very fine. He has a pointed nose. He has everything you could ever imagine when it comes to body build of a guy. So she was crushing on this guy. She went to visit this guy she was crushing on. But during that period, she noticed that, oh, at that particular part of the month that she's going there, that she was having this high sexual urge per se. She didn't really know it was sexual, or there's this high urge, like you need somebody close to you, somebody to cuddle you, like you just want to feel loved. Like that was what she was feeling at that particular moment. She didn't really have this mindset that, oh, it's high sexual odd or something. She just needed somebody to like, somebody to stay close to, somebody to like, she just wanted something sweet. I don't really know how to explain it from the conversation. So that was what happened. She actually went to visit her crush. So during the whole process, the crush had a negative thing in his head. Yes, the crush wanted sex. So as a crush that knows that Mercy was crushing on him, you understand? So the crush started like making the small move. Oh, I love you. You know the sweet words now. I kept telling this young lady this. Oh, I love you. I want you. Like, you're so beautiful. Telling her. And she was on her ovulation. Her body hormones were already dancing. You could imagine. It's not really funny. I don't want to laugh. It's not really funny. Her body hormones were already dancing, and this crush of her was telling her those things. Like, if you love me, you will give me this. Sex is a proof of the fact that you loved me. Sex is a proof. So, this particular girl loved this guy. She has been crushing on him, and her body hormones were playing already. She was feeling wet down there. She didn't really understand what was happening in her body. But her body hormone danced to her. The words the guy was saying, and most times we all know that ladies are moved by words. So she was dancing to her tune. Before you know, one leads to another. Let's just kiss. Before you know, let's just smush. Before you know, they had sex. So immediately after the sex, the guy said, oh, we just had sex. Like, I loved it. Was still, you understand now, as a guy, like, doesn't want to make the girl feel bad at that particular moment. Started pampering her, give her food, make her feel loved at that particular moment. Then to crown it all, the guy gave her Postit 2. Guy gave her Postit 2, and she joyfully took the post pill with the mindset that, oh, the guy has an idea of everything that's happening. So when I take this, I'm not going to get pregnant. This Postit 2 is going to flush the sperm out. So that was the mindset of this young lady. So the girl went home with no mind, like, oh, he loved me, we've had sex, I'm feeling tight, like I'm feeling, I feel I love this guy. Things like that kept coming. Then the next month, she didn't see her period. She was not really worried per se. It said that she believed that what the guy gave her would work, and she was not this kind of girl that normally calculates her cycle to know, okay, this is when I'm to see my period, this is when I'm not to see my period. So she didn't see her period, she just ignored. Then it was going to 2 months. She didn't see her. She was not like, that was when it came to her notice. Oh, I have not seen my period though. I had sex that period with my crush. She was worried. Then after some time, she decided to do a pregnancy test. After she contacted me, she did a pregnancy test. I told her to do a pregnancy test. She did a pregnancy test, and lo and behold, she was pregnant. Yes, it was her first time. She was naive. She didn't really know her cycle. She didn't really know her ovulation dates, and she took Postit definitely, but she was pregnant. The question is, did the Postit 2 work? The answer to that question is that the Postit 2 is not going to work, in the sense that Postit 2 stopped the release of an egg. But she was already on ovulation. The egg has already been released. There is no way that Postit 2 will stop that egg. The egg is already in circulation. So Postit 2 is supposed to stop the egg from releasing. So the guy has no useful knowledge about cycles and when eggs is being released. So she got pregnant from after taking the post pill, and we found out that she was pregnant. And the question is like, Nurse Miss Mary, this is my first time. I have not done it before. I have a career ahead. I have a future ahead. How do I cope? What do I tell my parents? Like, what do I tell my church member? Nobody's going to believe. Nobody's going to believe me. This is the first time I am having it. I could feel her pain. I could feel it in her voice. So that was how she got pregnant as a virgin. And now the question is, what will you advise her to do? What will you advise her to do? So the first advice I had to give her, if she's very close with her mom, she said she's very close with her mom. I told her to speak with her mom. Yeah. Because at that particular moment, your mom should be your confidant. Your mom is in the best position to guide you through, to support you in all your decisions. But personally, as an individual, I don't in any way support abortion. I don't support abortion. So I advised her not to, from my own perspective, but she's in a better position to make the decision by herself. But I advise her not to do involved in any abortion, but she should meet up with her mother for further advice, and also she knows what's best for her. It's actually heartbreaking, yeah, because the world will not see it that way. The world sees her promiscuous, and to crown it all, the so-called guy that may have sex with her said he's not ready. He's not in any way ready to take responsibility at this particular moment. And that's where it's all story ended. So as a virgin, you can actually get pregnant, especially when you are on your ovulation cycle. That is why I advise ladies out there, know your cycle, know when you're ovulating, know everything, know your body as a woman, so that you know when to avoid your crush. It may sound funny, but it's not funny. When you know your cycle, you'll know, oh, this period, I'm avoiding my crush. I'm not going there. Because if I go, let me not go and tempt the temptation. Especially if you don't want to get pregnant. There's protections. We have condoms. We have both the male and the female condoms. So that's why it's good to ask questions before you make that move. Because sex, it's something else. It's not like, how will I put it now? It's actually nice having sex, but the aftermath precautions might be what you are not ready for. So it's better for you to know what sex is all about. It's better for you to know your body as a lady before you start having sex. So that's why I made a video on things you should know as a lady. I think I'll drop the link. There's a video that talks about what you should know as a lady before you have sex. So I'm going to be dropping the link in the description box below so you watch and have a better understanding. See, I'm here to help. I'm not judgmental. I am not a judge. I'm not God, so I don't judge you. I know things happen that are beyond our control. So feel free to communicate and feel free to meet up for advice and guidance. You get, oh, I'm getting emotional about this whole thing. Oh God, it's not really nice. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy Mary saying thank you. Bye, and see you in our next video.